Our Solar Kingdom has just got to the point where they have KBK and Kingdom Raid. And I thought now is a good time to show the new Solar players how Kingdom Raid actually works, what you can do to maximize out on the event itself, how to be prepared for it, what to expect, and all sorts of things like that. So we're going to go have a look at Kingdom Raid and what you can do to maximize out on this event. Hey guys, Mountain here, bringing you another Learning Corner video. And in today's video, we're going to be revisiting the Kingdom Raid itself. I did do a video earlier, quite a while ago, on Kingdom Raid. Not much has changed, other than my ability to think ahead, sort of thing. It's very different from what it was a year ago. And I would like to revisit this topic so that I can assist all the players, especially the new ones in the Solar Kingdoms. You might have had a couple of Kingdom Raids, but you're still not quite sure how it works, or you haven't actually participated yet, or you're about to have your first one like we are, or it's still to come, but you want to be pre-prepared. So I'm hoping this video is going to help you guys out. Before we carry on though, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so that you can know whenever I go live or whenever I upload a new video. And a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters for the month, and the top Patreon supporters being K, We Free Men, Black and Red. Thank you very much, guys, from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate it, and you help this channel immensely. Right, so let's have a look at it, guys. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to our camera here, and you know that you are in Kingdom Raid basically when you go to the event center and your gold event says Gold Event Kingdom Raid. Now, up until this point, you would have been attacking within your own kingdom, the kill stage, the kill event portion of Kingdom Raid, and now it's moving over to being a point where you actually kill other lord's troops and earn points, but within an enemy kingdom. Okay, so we're going to go over this exactly, what this interface is, what it actually involves, and how you can maximize out on it. The first thing to take note of, though, is that by this point in time, your kingdom should either be have a peace negotiation, meaning set times for peace and for war, or B, be in the process of negotiating it, or C, basically at full peace anyway. The reasons being, number one, you no longer really have a need to be attacking within your own kingdom. You've got Kingdom Raid where you have to work as a kingdom, and you've got KBK where you have to work as a kingdom. So you need to be at that point where the kingdom is come together, and the kingdom is working together for the betterment of, once again, for the kingdom. So you need to already be at that point where, as a kingdom, you don't have these rogues anymore, or you have very few rogues who are doing whatever it is that they want to do, but the majority of the kingdom have a set of rules that they follow, and you don't have unnecessary deaths. To make it simple, what a lot of kingdoms do is they say, right, Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday, we have peace, and for one day on the weekend or 2 days on the weekend, you're allowed to go out and kill, sort of thing. A lot of other kingdoms have got it that it's complete peace, with the exception that you can attack non-tagged players or players with the L hashtag name. Those are usually bot accounts or farms or people who have quit the game and things like that. So here, for example, this is a name that is just L hashtag, which is a default name given by the game. Usually those end up being either new players or bots or things like that, or people who have quit the game recently and just, you know, came in, tried a few things and left. So if it's got no tags and it's got an L hash name, you can go ahead and attack it. But that's up to you guys. You and your kingdom need to discuss this and figure out what is actually best for you. My personal recommendation, bring your war down to 1 day a week if you're going to have war at all, and make it that Monday to Saturday it's peace, with the exception that at any given time you can attack anybody who has no tags or anybody who is a L hash number player. And then on 1 day a week, Sunday, if you are going to have war, make it 1 day a week so that it gives players who don't want to fight the chance to get a shield or a couple of 8-hour shields to survive the 24 hours. And people who want to fight can go unshielded and everybody can have a free-for-all. Right, so by now, you should already have peace negotiations resolved. The second thing to take note of is that when the Kingdom Raid event starts, you get points for killing the opposing players' units, troops, but it doesn't count for troops within your own kingdom. So, for example, if I'm sitting over here in my castle and I take one of my farms and I drop tags and I attack my farm and I kill my troops, I won't be getting points for that. I will only get points for attacking the lords in other kingdoms. If they come to my kingdom and I attack them, that's fully legal, but they have to originate from one of the other kingdoms in order for me to get those points. So bear that in mind. The third thing is you need to start planning ahead. If you go to Event Center and you go through to the Gold Event Kingdom Raid, you can see who your opponents are. There's always 4 of them, yourself and 3 others. And you can actually click on go, or go, and you can go have a look at that kingdom and see, and see who and where you want to attack. So looking at this kingdom, for example, here we come to the center of Avalon, and we go to the side to see where people are standing. What we can see, well, we've got a couple of 30s here, we've got a 26, we've got a 23, here's a 40, some 30s, 28, 26s, 32, 26, 30, 30, and so on and so on. So you're going to actually go and look at each of these kingdoms, and you're going to start saying, okay, where can I feasibly land, do damage, get points, and be safe and get out of there. I, in this particular case, am an SH29, so I don't particularly want to take on that SH40, for example, but I might come over here where there's an SH30 to worry about, but at the same time, I've got a 19, 24, 24, 24, 23, 20, 14, 22, 24, 22, etc. So I'm going to find a place that I like. It might be this place, it might not be in the end, and I'm going to click on a spot, and I'm going to click this little star over here. When you do that, it's going to give you the option to bookmark your attack or this spot that you want to do. So I'm going to go over to bookmark because bookmark means personal. Alliance mark means you're sharing it with the alliance. I'm going to bookmark this and I'm going to say enemy, and make sure you click the type before you put the name, otherwise the name will just be cancelled out. And I'm going to say first jump, for example. Okay? And then I'm going to say mark. Now what happens is I can go back to my kingdom and I can be carrying on, have everything ready to go, and when reset happens and the kill event starts, I can click the star over here, I can go to marked or all, and I can see enemies or all, and I can see first jump, and I can say go to, and it'll ask me, do I want to go into that kingdom? I'm going to say yes, and boom, I'm at that spot. Now I'll click there and I'll click join kingdom, and I'll jump into this kingdom and I can start attacking and getting my points, my kills, and my resources. So you need to plan ahead. What I would suggest is you do at least 5 or 6 of these marks. I can actually delete these ones now because they are no longer applicable. This was from when we had some of our players going rogue in the beginning, but everybody follows the rules now, so it's good. Okay, so you're going to mark, I would say, probably 5 or 6 of these, so that when the time comes, you might find if you jump and you have a look over here, before you teleport in, everybody's got a shield on. Then it's kind of pointless coming here. So now you go to your backup and you have a look at your backup and you see what else is there. Maybe this is a spot over here that you've saved as a backup because that spot might be full. So you're going to go and say, okay, where we got a nice spot to land. Here we got a 35, which if he's there can hurt us quite badly. But I'm going to say, for example, mark here, go to bookmark, enemy, and I'm going to say second jump, and I'm going to say mark, and boom. Now if I go look over here and I look at enemies, I've got both of my options ready to go. So if I go on the day and I look here, up, everybody's shielded. Okay, what's my next jump? I'm going to say go there. Oh, everybody's shielded, and I can cycle through my 5 options that I saved, my 5 or 6 options. So I would definitely recommend planning ahead. Know what it is you want to do. Know where you want to go. You're going to get troops. You're going to get kills for the troops. You're going to get resources that they've got, like you were attacking in your own kingdom, and you get to bring those resources back and either give it to somebody else or keep it for yourself. But you're going to want to plan ahead so you know exactly what it is, what your goals are, where you're going, and how you're going to do it. The next point is you cannot reign yourself in your kingdom or receive reigns from anybody else in your kingdom and then teleport. It will not allow you to. It will say you can't teleport whilst you have other forces inside your castle. So how do you get around this? The only way to get around it is if you get your whoever's going to reign you, you go to the kingdom where you plan to actually attack first, and you jump there, both of you, and then they reign you, and then they put a shield on. Obviously, you don't want to both land in the middle over here, and then reign, and then have a shield for your friend, because by that time, one of these castles, or this 35, would have speed hit you, and poof, you would be back at your kingdom, and you would have lost your event sort of thing. So you want to be able to come to the kingdom where you're going to attack, and let's say, for example, find a nice outlying area, and you're going to go there, and you're going to just make sure there's nothing big around you. What have we got there? It's a little 16. So I'm going to mark this spot, for example, over here, and I'm going to say bookmark enemy, and I just call it enemy so it's all in the same place, and I'm going to say prep jump. Okay, and I'm going to share this coordinates with the person who's jumping with me. Now when the time comes and I'm ready to go into the actual kingdom raid, I can go, okay, fine, we're going to click here, we're going to go to prep jump first, and this is where I'm going to enter the kingdom. Once I'm here, I can get everybody to raid me, or whoever's going to raid me. Then I can click here and I can say, right, let's go look at my first jump, and I can go, yes, perfect, we're going to actually go here and teleport. Once you have gone into the kingdom, you use kingdom teleports, special teleports to get in, and I'll explain that to you now. But you use special teleports to get in, but once you're in, all your normal teleports will work. So your specific teleport, your random teleport, things like that are going to allow you to get around the kingdom that you are now in. So bear in mind, you need special teleports in order to go there in the first place, but once you're there, you can then get in and around as much as you want using your own teleports. Now, each time you teleport to another kingdom, the amount of teleports you use is going to increase. It's going to cost you 2 teleports the first time to get into the kingdom, and then after that, to teleport again is going to cost you 3, and to teleport again is going to cost you 4, and so on and so on. This can be a bit of a problem, and we'll discuss that now when we get to the limited resources. Right, so the next thing to decide is, are you going to be working as a team or are you going to be working solo? As a solo player, it's less chance of being noticed, but you don't have the defensive capabilities you do when you are in a team. So for example, if I'm going on my own and I come land over here and I can attack these people, fantastic, I will be able to get some kills. Hopefully nobody sees me before I get out of there. If I come in here with 6 players and everybody's attacking 20, 30 different players, there's a much higher chance that somebody's going to be online or somebody's going to see you port in or something like that, and you guys are going to get caught, and then the attacks are going to come back. So you need to decide, are you going to do it solo or are you going to do it as a team? Because if you go as a team, you can reign each other and protect each other from attacks. If you're going in solo, you can't do that, but there's less chance of being noticed whilst you are there solo. So decide beforehand if you are going to go as a team or if you're going to go solo. And if you're going as a team, have one person be the team leader, set up the 6 jump points with enough space for all of you in the team that is going to be going. Again, for example, it doesn't have to be on the same spot. You don't have to fit 3 people in here, but one person can fit here, one person can fit here, one person can fit here, for example. So whoever's the team leader or the jump leader, let them pre-plan at least 6 jumps so that you guys know exactly where you're going, and discuss it beforehand, planning what each of you are looking for from this event. Are you looking for kills? Are you looking for resources? Are you looking for just to give it a try and get out of there? Discuss it beforehand and pre-plan. The next thing to discuss is troop kills. Now, the way it works in Kingdom Raid, it's similar to Netherfall and Nether War and Dragon's Down and things like that, where whatever troops dies doesn't really die for real, but you do lose 10% of your troops. So let's say, for example, you have 100,000 troops and you attack and you end up losing all 100,000. When the event is over, 90,000 troops will be resurrected and you will only lose 10%, the 10,000 troops, which actually isn't so bad. If you think about it, let's say you got 500,000 troops. It's cost you a lot to make those 500,000 troops, but by participating in this event, you're not going to lose 500,000 troops. You're going to lose potentially up to 50,000 troops. A very big difference, and depending on your hospital size, and if you've got wounded conversion high and you've got war scrolls and things like that, that's going to all increase your conversion rate from dead to wounded. It's going to be even less for you. And especially now with the new hospital rules, where you have these resurrection coins, where whatever dies automatically you can resurrect with your coins. Fantastic. It's going to be even better for you as long as you resurrect in the hospital before that Alliance hospital gets filled up and it starts bleeding over to the other hospital. Once it bleeds to the other hospital, you're going to start paying resources to heal those troops and things, and speed ups and things like that. So you want to keep an eye on how many losses you've got compared to your Alliance hospital, so that you know, okay, I can take this many losses, but I need to be able to resurrect quickly and then carry on fighting if necessary. But at the worst case scenario, you're going to lose 10% of your army. So is it worth doing? Absolutely, 100%. This is one of the nicest events King of Avalon actually has, and there's decent rewards in terms of just the RSS alone that you're going to get out of it. Now you're in a kingdom where generally you have peace most of the time, but every 2 weeks you get to do KVK, and then you get to do Kingdom Raid. So you get to actually have your war, you get to have your fighting, you get to fight other players, you get to get resources, and if you do this well and you plan ahead, you can come back with a ton of resources. So bear in mind, this is going to be fantastic for you if you want to build up or get to your next level or something like that. So again, only 10% of your troops actually die. The rest of your troops will be resurrected at the end of the event. Bear in mind though also that that is 10% per march. So if you've got 500,000 troops and your Alliance hospital is 100,000 and your hospital is 100,000, your first 100,000 that get wounded are going to go to your Alliance hospital, but 10% are going to die. Your next attack is going to come in and the next lot is going to go through to your normal hospital and 10% is going to die. And then you're going to take whatever troops you got left and attack again, and 10% of that is going to die from whatever's actually wounded, obviously. So just bear in mind you do have losses and it can accumulate if you carry on for too long, but it is worth it, especially if you're going to go out there, do a few things and then protect yourself and get out. In order to protect yourself, one thing you also need to know is once you start attacking, you cannot put up a peace shield for 30 minutes. That means you can't bubble. So if you teleport into this spot over here and you don't have a way to get out of that spot with another teleport or a random teleport or something like that, you could be in a lot of trouble. You teleport over here and you start attacking these guys, all's going well and fantastic, and this 30 is watching you, and as soon as your dragon leaves, he sends in a march and speeds to hit you, and bam, you get sent back to your kingdom because all your troops are wiped out. You got to be able to be prepared. If you teleport in here, make sure you go beforehand, check your items, make sure you got at least one random teleport, so that you land here, you can use emergency recall if somebody attacks you, get all your troops back in 3 seconds, hit random teleport, and you're going to end up somewhere else on the map, and hopefully it's in a place where you can wait for 30 minutes to put up a shield. Plan ahead, guys. And then the last thing to discuss is that in this event there are very limited resources. In terms of the build up to it, this gold event itself. Let's have a look here. This gold event starting off today on, well, yesterday it started with the gathering resources. Today's construction and research, then kill monsters and barbarian camps, the training stage, training troops, and then your raid stage. But participating each of these, you're going to earn yourself alliance points. Those alliance points get converted into chests. Those chests can be augmented to make it stronger and better, and you open those chests and you get items and resources that you're going to use to actually do the event. So how does that work? When you come to this page, this is where you're going to land, and you go to training stage, and here you see raid chest. We're going to go straight there first. Raid chest shows you how many resources or how many points your alliance has made so far during the gold event, and for every 100 of those you get to make one chest. When you release the chests, it will all pop up over here, and you want to release the chest at the time when your alliance is the busiest, because you can augment this chest up to 30 times, and each time you augment it, it goes higher in level and higher in level until it gets to the maximum level where you're going to get really good rewards. The rewards you're going to get for these small little chests are nothing. They're very, very little. You're going to get a few coins. You're going to get maybe a few march speed ups, maybe teleports, things like that. If you're lucky, you might get resurrection coins. But once you get your chest, as you can see here, here's the 4 different levels. Once you get your chest leveled up all the way to this one where you have level 30 chests, and then your R5 opens them, or whoever it is that's in charge of the event opens them, you guys are going to get the most number of resources that you can utilize in this event. So what do you do with the resources? Once you've augmented all your chests, you come here and you click on open a chest, and it will then tell you what you happen to get inside. Those items get added up over here, and you can see your raid coins. This is what you're going to get and spend in the shop to buy certain things, and you'll also see that you have got certain resources, like we've got these 2 speed ups at the moment. Unfortunately, my guys did open or try and augment a chest before. They didn't understand how it worked, and we got very little out of it. So you'll have all your extra resources and things that you've got, teleports, whatever, and here you can click on the player that you want to assign the item, and you assign it. Otherwise, you come to the exchange shop, and here you can actually purchase teleports. As I said, you're going to need to have 2 teleports for your first jump, and then 3 and 4 and 5 and so on and so on. Again, what I recommend is don't go crazy giving everybody teleports or resurrection coins and things like that. Make sure everybody understands that they're taking the risk of losing their 10% troops. If they get big wounded numbers, they're going to have to take the 10% losses, with the exception of your big guys. Let's say, for example, your top 5, maybe 6 players in your alliance. Those top 5 or 6 players are the ones that's actually supporting your alliance constantly. They're defending your alliance. They're rallying for your alliance. They're going out there and getting resources for your alliance. They're doing nether fall and nether war and getting you guys higher in rankings and that sort of thing. So these resurrection coins and teleports should ideally be saved for them as much as you possibly can. Give a couple of people the raid teleports to get them started. Let everybody maybe jump once, but after that they need to use their own teleports to get around. Same thing with your big guys. Give them one set of teleports to actually get to where they're going. If something goes wrong, help them resurrect and then send them off again to do it again, sort of thing. Don't go nuts. Don't do it multiple times for too many people, because at the end of the day, you're going to run out of resources. There's a very finite number of resources that you can get. Now, again, you go through to gold event, you go through to the stage or section here, and you click raid chests. This is where you release the chests, and you get everybody online to augment. Each person who clicks on augment is going to augment it once, and it goes up to a maximum of 30 augments. So you really want 30 players ideally to augment that chest in that small amount of time, so that you can end up getting the best number of resources and items that you can possibly get and be prepared. That means you can resurrect more troops. That means you can teleport more players and things like that. So make sure you are doing these chests correctly. Augment only when you have the maximum size players in your alliance online at the same time. One thing that I do need to add, at first I thought it was common sense, but then I realized it actually is important to point this out. Everything that I've just told you that you can do in Kingdom Raid, so can your opponents. That means that they can come to anywhere they want. And here, for example, we've got an opening right now because somebody's teleported out, probably to go and attack some farms or something. They can teleport right here, and if they're an SH30 or 40, they're going to be able to take everybody around them on and do the damage to them. So if you are not going to participate, you need to do one of two things. Number one, get the hell out of there. Get to a place where they probably or hopefully not going to find you. So random teleport out, for example, or go somewhere in the middle like that. Click go, have a look around you, make sure that there's no alliance territories anywhere near you, because they will be looking for outlying alliance territories as well, and go, okay, fine, I'm going to go and land right here. Boom, and you're going to teleport there, and you're going to hide there. Alternatively, if you can, if you have the means to do it, put up the bubble. It's a one-day event. Put bubbles up and protect yourself. You will be attacked if you don't have a bubble. And if you've got lots of open resources, if you've got troops and that sort of thing, they're going to attack you for it. Hide your troops, use your resources, bubble up, or random teleport out to try and protect yourself. Right, that's basically it. I think I've tried to make it as simple as I possibly can. I hope this makes sense to everybody. Please drop your comments down below. Let me know if there's anything you don't understand, and I will get back to you and reply. If you found this informative, please also drop your comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so that you can know whenever I upload one of these videos. If you are looking for ways to support this channel, links to Patreon are down in the description. You can also join our Discord server where we just have casual chats. We talk about KOA, we talk about other games, we talk about real life. Think of it kind of like the coffee shop from Friends, Central Perk. Just a hangout spot where people can come and chill, ask for advice, get some help, real life advice, whatever the case might be. Come through, join us, come have a good time. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Until the next video, be good, be well, and be safe. Bye.